y'all. Alright, so first thing y'all gonna need a small stump. You know, it can be a cut piece of wood like this, or it can actually still be in the ground. If it's in the ground, it's a lot easier to work with. So what you could do is take your saw and take like one of them saplings right here behind me and cut them off real close to the ground. Leave probably about that much height on them, about a foot, foot and a half, maybe 2 feet. You know, it's really not specific as long as it's high enough for you to work with. It don't really matter. The key is in your notches and your cut placements. So get your saw ready, and you're going to cut into your stunk of wood about a quarter of the way in somewhere. So right here, about a third, quarter of the way, something like that. And you're just going to cut in probably about 1 inch. It don't need to be so deep. Getting it started is the hardest part because you're sawing straight down the grain of the wood. And remember, always plan your cuts, try and be safe about it. But one of the worst cuts you can have is from a saw. That's a royal pain to deal with. Alrighty. I'd say that's about deep enough. So we got a score mark, it's right there. Our next cut is just going to have to be so that we can pop a chunk right here off. Now actually, I'm going to pop the chunk off of this side right here, the thin side. So, go ahead and do that. Sometimes these chunks are a little on the painstaking side to pop. Let me move my knee. I don't want to cut my knee. See, if my knee had been there, I'd have cut myself. Bubba. Alright, so what we're making here is a jig for the knife and soda bottle. The wood you use is not important at all. Alright, so here's our finished jig. I think that's good enough. Oh yeah, that's fine. Alright, so next we need to work on our soda bottle. So to start the cordage making process, all you need to do is take your knife, and you're going to need to, god darn, I can't see. Alright, you're going to need to take your knife, and you're going to need to put it somewhere in here. Now, how low or high you put your knife on this little notch right here determines how thick you make your cord, or your webbing, I guess is what it really is. It's not really cord, but it's more or less actually webbing. So, if you put your knife almost dead center on the bottom, that's going to be really thin. Yeah, it's not going to be good for a lot, but it's not going to be good for nothing either. You know, it has its place. Put it up a little bit further, and that makes it a little bit thicker, etc., etc. You just got to find the place that you want it, how thick you want it. Alright. So what I actually like to do personally is I'll start a little pull tab on my bottle. Yeah, that's really easy to do. Just take your knife and very carefully start cutting it out. And then you're going to put your bottle into that little notch that you cut with the saw. And you're going to orient it so that way your pull tab is, or your pull string is a good little ways inside that notch right there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your knife, you can put it on top of your tab, your pull area, just like that. Put it directly on top of it, and then beat it in. Hammer your knife into the piece of wood with a stick or whatever. Make sure it's in there nice and good. Alright. Make sure you're good. And begin to pull. Just gently start. Sometimes it doesn't work as well as you want it to, as you can see there. But my line broke is all that happened. You just have to get it started. There it goes. And there we go. And now I'm getting a large amount of cord from a single soda bottle. I have found that you get over 30 feet per soda bottle as long as you do it correctly. So how do you like that? All that cordage from a dang soda bottle. Ain't that cool? So, that's how you make a jig to make your own cordage out of a soda bottle. You can do it without a saw, but it's gonna be a good bit difficult because you need to make that, both those notches, and both those notches are very, very, very important. But it is doable. Anything's doable without all these tools, and this is about what you're left with. Sometimes I'll actually eat it all the way up to this point, but that's not all the time. It's here and there. And this is what you'll get. You'll get all this cord right here. All this cord. Now you can use this to help build your shelter. You can use this for all kinds of lashing duties. You can use this for a plethora of things. But keep in mind, this is plastic, so it's not really going to decompose. So be smart, be safe. Don't leave this crap just laying around out in the woods. Keep your woods clean. So I'll see y'all in my next video, when the heck ever that may be. So y'all enjoy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. See y'all in the next one.